Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi. This is the subscriber collaboration where people was asked to give us 3 words, and the words are recycle, vintage and spring. Now, I'm not a flowery fairy. Well, I do like fairies. I'm doing something different again. I'm going to be recycling old drawings maybe, and recycling old papers, and using some stamps. I'm basically chucking the chicken sink. Nope, I'm not chucking a chicken sink. I am chucking the kitchen sink at it. Now, these are chipboard, and I've had these, God knows how long. So I thought I'll use them. I mean, one I've already painted, but I don't like the colour of it, and it just looks a bit ugh. So I want it to be like earthy, springy colours. So I'm using mustard. Yeah, I like mustard though. It's quite a nice colour. This is a collaboration with Sally and Sandy, and I'll link both their channels and probably put the faces up on screen too. So please help them out and support them too. Sally needs to get more watch time, and Sandy needs to get more subscribers so she can get to 1,000. So I thought, we'll do something and just see what happens, and hopefully people will, give them a dig out. That'll be nice. I mean, subscribers for Sally too, that'd be ace. So I'm using my stamps, and I mean, I have got a bigger acrylic block than that, and I can't find it for toffee. I've shifted again, so it's a mess. So I'm using the backside of other stamps and things just to print on paper. And what I'll do is I'll fussy cut these and use them to stick in the book. Now, the stamp ink, the ink I've got on the side, it's a bit soggy. I think it's lost its sponginess. But still use the ink, it's fine. All good. I mean, these inks I used to do paper craft a long time ago. And of course I don't throw anything away because I'm a squirrel. And so I've searched through all my drawers and thought, I could use that, I could use this. My plan is to make a whole book, but if I'd have done that, then this would have been hours long. So I thought I'll just do two pieces. So that's 4 pages. Front cover, the inside page, and 2 other pages. And this is more of a witchy craft book. It'll be a compendium. Brain just switched off again there. I'm sorry. Of all things that a witch can make to help things grow, to slow things down. There probably might be some poisons and stuff in there too, eventually, when I finish the book, because I thought maybe doing the whole seasons, a couple of pages, a couple of pieces each season, and then put it all into a book. Now, in order to do a book and make it look like a book, you concertina some paper, and you'll see when I do some of these pages that it will have like a border down one side. Now that's where I'm going to stick my concertina bits, and then put the next page on top, and that'll be like that for all the pages. And then the last thing that we do is wrap a piece of paper around that edge so it looks like a book, and it all opens out really nicely. I mean, there's probably simpler ways of doing it, but I like that look. I have done these books before, more gothy style things. I actually made my daughter one for her 18th birthday, and put all little envelopes, made all little flaps and stuff and put little skulls and all sorts of things like that, because she likes stuff like that too. I also made another one that I cannot remember what it looks like or where it is. So that's fun. This leaf did not work. It was a mess. But I will still use it. So that is just a piece of foliage of some plastic flowers. So I'm trying to recycle as much as I can in this thing. And using the colours makes it look vintage. I mean, that ink is actually vintage pink. So I've ticked all the boxes. Now, me, Sally and Sandy did not discuss what we were going to create. So we should all have something completely different. Or we've all gone down the same route, which is weird. I often say that there's a lot of people on here that share a craft brain cell. And some days it just gets shared around. So you'll see people doing the same idea and they won't have even spoke to each other. It's weird. It's very weird, in fact. I mean, you've only got so many ideas to actually use, but when everybody does it at the same time, it's a bit freaky. So these are just little furry bits from another fake plant, but they're not fake, they're actually real. And I'm going to tie a little string around it, just to give it a bit more vintagey look. Vintagey? That's not even a word, is it? I'm waffling again. Me and my waffle, the Gertisms. This was very fiddly, and you'll notice I have paint all over my nail, and, well, they're no longer on my nails. And I've burnt myself on my cooker, and because I don't learn, I then went and burnt myself on the air fryer. So now I've got 2 burns on my right arm. So, yeah, I clumsy. Oh dear. I did all this before I decided to shift my craft room round, which is quite lucky, because by the time I'd done, I'd tated myself. So yeah, it was a waste of time. And I wish I hadn't have covered that skull up, because I quite like that skull. But it was necessary, because I needed that to write. That's my label for my front cover. And I don't want everything to look flat. I want it to have a bit of dimension. I'm looking forward to seeing what Sally and Sandy's done, and they will be coming straight up after me. So Sally will be first, and then it'll be Sandy. I will pop Sally's link at the end, and it's probably in chat as well, just so you can pop straight over. Like I said, this is a fun project. I had all these ideas written down. I'd even put little doodles of what I was going to do, and then as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, oh, that's not, no, let's do this, no, let's do this, no. So then I just started rummaging through my drawers, and they came out. Now, this is a glass pen, and it's for ink pen. It's for writing with ink. This is another thing I found, just never used. So my purpose of using stuff I've already got, that box is getting ticked. You know, when I said that my New Year's thing was to use stuff from my stash already and to not shift so much. Yeah, I can tick one box, I failed on the other. But that's what they're for. You make them, you break them, don't worry about it. So this was supposed to be some strange rose. It was a little bit odd. But I want this to feel handmade, which obviously it is handmade, but like, it's not something perfect. I wanted it to look like it's been used and loved, and like you take it out with you one day and just write what you need to write down in it and shut it and then go back home, that kind of thing. So it's going to have notes in it, it's going to have doodles in it, It's going to have recipes in it and little witchy ideas. So yeah, it's a gardening compendium for witches. Because, well, why not? Spring edition. And I kind of got carried away with this ink. I just started doodling on everything. The notes I make, I splash a bit of the ink on to make it look like, you know, your pen's just exploded. You remember when you were at school, you'd start writing with these blooming fountain pens and all of a sudden it just goes everywhere. So I'm also using wax. Now, I can't find the handle for my wax seals. That one's too small, way too small for that one. So I thought I'll just hold it and leave it, and hopefully I won't burn my hands. And I didn't burn my hands. That was good. And I was looking for the perfect one, and I found the fairy. I thought, oh, that'll be great. So yeah, the fairy is going on the front cover. There's also a castle and some other bits and bobs. But I thought that'd be really cool. And I have an idea for another use of this wax, not just these stamps. I'm not sure how it'll work, but we'll see. And it's too thick at the minute, it's not warmed up enough to pour out. But I was sat there just staring at the flame. I'm like, I need to wake up a bit here, what are you doing? I used to love watching flames on the fire when I was a kid. I'm not a pyromaniac or anything like that. It just mesmerised me. Watching the blue flame just lick up on the coals, it was great. Now, I am using a bit of, I think, gold? Or is it silver? Oh, that's better. Gold, I think. Gold, what do we call it? No, it's not. It's pink stamp. It's the vintage pink. But I didn't like it, so I changed the colour of it. Now, I've already made some envelopes, and this is basically just folding some paper, sticking down the sides, and making it look a little bit more pretty. This is bronzing powder makeup, and I just wanted to give it a little bit of an aged look on the wood. Just a little bit. But then I used the ink pad as well, a black one I think, or a brown, just to go around the edges, give it a bit more something. And then I glued it down and held it for a little while, and that's the front page done. That's the second page done, and now I want to make a bag of glitter, but actually it's moonbeam pollen. So I got an old bag out of the bin, I snipped it, glued it, and then popped in the glitter, because this is something you have to collect at night, but not when it's raining. When it's raining, it causes issues. So you have to do it as soon as it blooms, and when it's at night, and not when it's raining. My brain just went on a total tangent with this, but I've got an idea for a make. I was thinking of doing something like a book that you open, and inside will be all the potions and the ingredients from this actual book. So it's a visual of what you need, but you can hide it by shutting the box, the book box. This is Amazon paper, and I thought this would be great for just scrappy little notes that the witch could write on and just shove inside out of the way. So I've cut it into several pieces, nothing fancy, because I'm just going to rip it, and I don't want it to be neat, and it's going to get covered in ink, it's going to have writing all over. And I've also got some Santa letters. Now, I love this paper. It's very old-fashioned, very scroll type. So I'm just tearing the paper, and that's all I need to do. Because it's already got the colour I need, I don't need to do any staining. And there was creases, but that one decided to just wander off. But it works for what I need it to do. I mean, I love the brown edge too, and even if I ripped it, it doesn't matter because it wants to look like torn pages. You know, just a scrap piece of paper that you find, you just want to quickly jot something down. And these are going to be the images of the things that need to be collected. I mean, fairy dust, or fairy twinkle, should I say. It'll do a fairy, and on the back or in the recipes it says turn fairy upside down, shake vigorously, or something like that. I can't remember what I've actually written. Collect twinkle in a jar, place lid on immediately, and be careful because they're tricksy. It was just a little bit of fun, and I really enjoyed doing this. Now I think I'm going to do, if I'm going to do it, no, I am going to do it. I'm going to finish the book off, but I'm going to do summer in bright colours, and then autumn's going to be your whole reds and browns, and then winter will be your blues. So it'll all tie into a theme of seasons, but plants can be collected at different times of the year. Yeah, so if you want to see me finish this book off in the lead up to the creation I'm going to make, just let me know in the comments, because I might do a couple of pages each video and then finish off the book, and then do a video about the actual book with the stuff inside. Yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, I might be completely off the wall. I do have a kind of story in my head for it. I mean, I write all my own stories. You can ask my daughter. She's watched me write, and she can't believe how fast I type. None of it spelt right, or makes any sense. And I do use ChatGPT, but I do it to make it clean. That makes sense. I don't let it make the story up for me. That's my job. I like creating stories. So I do have one in mind for this. So I might just do that one. Now this is the moonbeam flower, and you've basically got to think about the witch walking through the woods and just sitting in the quiet and just taking in the fresh air of the night and watching the flower bloom and doodling what it looks like, so she knows what to look for when she needs to get some pollen. Or anybody else reading the compendium. Did I say compendium before? Oh, good grief. I can't remember what it's called now. So it's like a little journal, as well as a book about gardening. I mean, none of the drawings are brilliant. They're just little quick sketches. And I kind of loved playing with this ink pen. I don't know why I didn't use it before. Maybe I just forgot I'd got it. That's quite possible. I forget about a lot of things. So yeah, that's the moon bloom. We've got Wish Giver, which is one of them dandelion clocks. But you have to be careful how you wish as well. But that will come into the rest of the book. You can't just wish for somebody being, I don't know, thrown off a cliff. They've got to be happy wishes. So today I saw the moon flower bloom. And the crossing out is on purpose. I was late and missed the harvesting point. There you go. And then I just chuck some ink on it to make it look like it's, the pen's just decided to go Pleh. But this was really fun to make. It kept me quiet as well. And just being able to doodle. I mean, here I'm dithering. I'm like, what shall I put on this one? I don't know. And then I thought, oh, I'll have a fairy. So at the beginning, it looks like one of Lowry's drawings of matchstick men. It does get there eventually. You do recognise it as a fairy eventually. But it's just a quick doodle. And I kept trying to think, how would her feet go? Where would her arms be? And I think this front arm's too short. I think I do alter that though. Yes, I do. There we go. And then I just put some little twinkles around her after I've put her wings on. And I put her little hair up into a bun. But I love working with this pen. It's blooming awesome. So yeah, there's the wings. And I put her a little skirt on. So she doesn't look naked. And she is the one, she's tricksy. You've got to be careful about her. It's just, there's loads of little bits of details in them. And I will go through the whole book at some point. Not in this one, but when it's finished. That's probably when I'll do the story, actually. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Write it down in the comments. Should I finish the book? Do you want to see the finished book? Do you want to see me make the finished book? Do you want the story? Do you want me to do the whole book with the potions and stuff inside? Actual literal potions? Or not? I don't know. Let me know. But the way to catch the fairies is that the fairies are very vain. Anything that's got a reflection on it, and they are just, they can't get away from it. They're trapped. They can't resist it. So if you hold up a mirror to them, they have to stop and look. And then you grab them, turn them upside down, shake them above the jar, and then put the lid on the jar, and you can let the fairy go. But you need to get that jar lid on straight away. And I just threw a bit more ink on top. And this one, the wish giver. What did I say about this one? Oh dear. Oh yeah, it's got to be just happy thoughts. If you are saying something horrible, it won't happen. In fact, it would probably turn around and happen to you. The wish givers are not to be messed with. But this was just a strange thing that came out of my head. I wonder if mixing a podling from the head and mixing with a child's giggle will make sure all wishes are good. Is it good? Happy. There we go. So that was a thought, because you can collect. This is the witch has to collect child's giggles, wishes. Oh God, the word. What the word is I'm looking for? Twinkle and pollen, and there'll be all sorts. And this is, I have a child's giggle and wonder what else it could be used for. So yeah, I've proper enjoyed this. It got my noodle going. As soon as I wrote down one thing, something else would pop into my brain and be like, oh yeah, okay, that one, yep. At least I know a tear from a clown produces rain. if mixed correctly. So yeah, little notes to say this, that and the other, and there will be little recipes put inside just to and I'm just putting dirty fingerprints all over. Recipes to go with the actual pictures. So I've used some, what do you call it? Oh, yeah, I don't know what word I'm looking for. That stuff that you put down on everything that you use your fingers on. The circles you can see is, yeah, no, brain's gone. So I've got notes and sketches. And this side, I folded up loads of little bits. So now I just need to make some recipe cards and put those in, and that little bag of pollen is in that top one, and that one says bloom observed later than expected. So I'm tying all the little bits and bobs into each other. So 2 tears mixed with dewdrops, 1 teaspoon, use 1 tablespoon of moonbloom pollen, PTO. These are your little warnings. Do not exceed 2 drops from a clown's tear, because there's flooding. So although you've got your recipe, you've also got your little warnings. You also know where to get your recipe ingredients from. It's, yeah, I went a bit mad. And you can add more and more to this as you go along. That is a real leaf that I've put in. I go down the field and get leaves and dry them in a book. So that's the mirror. And that says fairy catcher. And these tell you a little bit about each one. So fast growing potion, don't harvest in the rain, and it's just, there's also going to be a slow potion too. So that'll be snail goo. And these are all the little recipes, and you just flap that down, put that down, and they're all in. So yeah, please don't forget to check out Sally and Sandy. I can't wait to see what they've done, because I've got no idea. And thank you all for being here, and thank you all for participating in the actual 3-word thing. There are some brilliant ideas, there really are, and I hope you like what you see. Give me a thumbs up, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe and all those things, and I have got discount codes in the description, and I shall see you all next time. See you in Sally's. Bye bye.